All right, so today's video, I wanted to talk about using the Mini 4 Pro for real estate and professional work. Over the past month or so, I've been using this predominantly for Instagram Reels. I've made roughly about $4,100 in Instagram Reels just this month. Now, not all of that money has come from just using the Mini 4 Pro. You do have to combine that with a camera that you'll be using inside of the house. So with that being said, I'm gonna give you my overall experience and thoughts of this drone using it professionally. Let's get started.
We the top 10, UGK the major way not.
What's good, everybody? Ken here, you're watching OriginaldoBo. And today we're talking about Mini 4 Pro for real estate. Now I've changed my positioning on this drone when it comes to real estate. Personally, I feel like this is the best when it comes to social media content for real estate. Maybe not the best for actual physical production work when it comes to real estate, but this definitely gets the job done. I've also switched over to using the Mini 4 Pro due to confrontations I've had out in the field with just neighbors and just people passing by that don't like drones. If you remember, I did a live stream a couple of weeks ago talking about a really bad confrontation I had while I was flying the Mavic 3 Pro. In the evening time, we were doing twilight shots and I was accosted by a gentleman.
Give me your fucking card. I want some information who you are.
I'm Apex Imaging.
Okay, well, great. But I don't, I mean, you're flying in people's backyards. Okay, I watched you.
First, calm down. I work with the builder.
I don't give a fuck who you're working with.
Okay.
You're flying directly over my home. Fuck that. If you're videoing this house, you're fucking looking at everyone's homes.
No, we're not.
Y'all are creepers, man.
No, we're not.
Give me some information then.
I don't gotta give you shit.
I will knock your fucking ass out, motherfucker. Yeah. Next time you fly that fucking thing over my house again, I will shoot it out of the sky.
Go for it. And I can't wait till the cops show up and arrest you for shooting an aircraft that's registered out of the sky.
Red your shirt as you're fucking spying on people's houses.
Nobody's spying on shit. We're over here fucking filming a property
that house. That house?
That's
only
the house.
that house. So you need to be right there.
You're
flying over my home.
I can be where the fuck I want. Okay. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
I swear to Christ, bro.
Oh my God, you're bad.
Nobody's spying shit. We're filming that house, you fucking redneck. Go back in your fucking house. Listen to your wife. Get in the fucking house before you get hurt.
Dude, you better just get in your
argument turned very, very aggressive very, very quickly. And that sort of left a bad taste in my mouth. And ever since that day, I started using the Mini 4 Pro much, much more. And mostly because most of my clients are asking for Instagram Reels. And with all my Instagram Reels, I try to do one aerial shot where we do either an orbiting shot around the house or we do an establishing shot where we're pushing into the property, like sort of parallaxing into the property. Now, all of my videos thus far have been shot in vertical. And if you want to see most of the full productions with audio and sound, go ahead and head over to my Apex Imaging Media page over on Instagram. That's where I'm uploading all of this content. I'm trying to upload every single day and stay as consistent as possible. We've done about 15 reels so far this month. And that's for a profit of roughly about $4,100, which is crazy. I would have never thought that Instagram Reels would blow up so quickly. But with agents trying to market themselves more, sometimes more than the house, Instagram and Facebook, the Reels, are way more important than the actual full production video because Reels are like 30 seconds, sometimes 15 seconds, and they get viewed for a longer duration and more frequently because somebody's scrolling and they just stop and start watching and then they end up following the agent. So that's the whole purpose of the Reels. I know a lot of the older photographers and videographers don't quite understand Instagram Reels. I always get comments, they're like, you focused more on the blonde than the house. And yeah, no shit, that's the point because I'm marketing the agent. I don't give a shit about the house. I care about marketing that agent so they can get more business. That's the whole fucking point. I'm sorry you missed that. Back to the Mini 4 Pro. So Mini 4 Pro, I've been using 4K 60. I've been filming in vertical mode. I've been leaving it in D-Log-M, the 10-bit color profile, and then I just sort of grade it. I've been switching over to Final Cut Pro. I'm planning to do a tutorial on my editing workflow in the near future. But I film in D-Log-M and I color grade with Color Finale, and then I just use the conversion to assume log profile. And then from there, I just adjust it so it matches my Sony ZV-1. I've gotten a lot of questions asking if I've been using this in the houses, and the answer is no. I still use a Sony camera because the Sony cameras, in my opinion, have the best dynamic range, give me the best color reproduction when I'm doing these reels. And yes, I know reels are meant to be a fast turnaround, but I have still been filming them in S-Log3 because my color grading workflow doesn't take much more time to just filming S-Log, and I'm going to get a better result. And then I'm not going to be saying to myself, man, I wish I would have filmed that in S-Log3. I never find myself saying that because I just film in S-Log3 and it doesn't add much more time. My total editing time for most of my reels are anywhere between 30 to 45 minutes, super fast turnaround time. And then when I'm on site, it takes roughly about 10 minutes to film these reels. So to film these reels and do all this, you're making about $275 per reel, which I know that doesn't sound like a lot, but then if you do, you know, times 15 or 20 reels a month, you get the idea. You're making your money back relatively quickly. And with every reel, I can charge even more money for them, which is pretty crazy because they get very popular very quickly. Now, when it comes to photos with the Mini 4 Pro, I have been using the 12 megapixel photo mode. And I know that's counterintuitive because a lot of people are like, why aren't you using the 48 megapixel photos? And the reality is the 48 megapixel photos are only marginally better than the 12 megapixel photo, especially when you are uploading to the multi-listing service and it's going up there on the web. Those photos get slightly compressed, and you really don't notice that extra resolution. Matter of fact, I even started switching over to my Sony A7 IV because this is 33 megapixels, and I felt like my A1 was just overkill. And I looked at my shutter count, and I was at 170,000 on my shutter on my A1. Got a little nervous, so I ended up switching over to my A7 IV just to sort of preserve the life expectancy. And honestly, I feel like this does better with focusing. That's a video, that's a whole nother video talking about that. But in any event, 12 megapixels was more than enough. When it comes to my full-fledged, like my full-featured videos that I'm doing that are going out on Facebook in your typical landscape mode, I will still use my Mavic 3 Pro because that's where I really want D-Log-M and D-Log to really shine. Especially also, I love having those extra focal lengths with the Mavic 3 Pro. So I will still use the Mavic 3 Pro when I'm doing a longer video, like videos that are going to be like a minute, minute and a half long that are going to be in landscape. I still use the Mavic 3 Pro because I still think that that does the best. And there is still times where if I'm doing a super expensive listing, I'm going to take all the photos with the Mavic 3 Pro. I recognize that the Mavic 3 Pro photos are far superior to any other DJI drone that is on the market today. Yes, even that of the Inspire, it is still the far superior photo camera, and I still use it. But when it comes to fast, short form content, you cannot beat the Mini 4 Pro. It is literally the best drone that I've used for this type of work. And I have the Air 3, and I feel bad because it just sits there. I never use it anymore. Even though it does have a vertical mode, I don't find it as convenient as just clicking that C2 button, getting it into vertical, clicking record, and letting it do its active track. It's just perfect. So that's my overall experience. If you want to check out some of these videos I've been doing and posting, go ahead and head over to Instagram, Apex Imaging Media. There will be a link in the description below if you want to check them out and maybe find yourself some inspiration. If you want to see my editing workflow process, please leave a comment down below. I am working on updating my course over at pilotinstitute.com. So if you're not already a member of my course, go ahead and check that out. There will be a sale that is happening. Black Friday is coming up next month. We're going to be running sales all through the November for Pilot Institute and for our courses. So if you haven't already, be sure to go ahead and check them out. If you're interested in learning about real estate, photography, and videography, it's a fantastic course. It's probably the most affordable course on the market to date, if you ask me. All right, that's going to do it for this video. I know this was a little bit different than normal, and I know I haven't really been putting out as much content, but believe it or not, like I said, I have been so slammed doing the Apex thing that I feel like I've neglected the YouTube videos or trying to make videos work with what I'm doing every single day. I'm going to do a better job of that. I'm going to get better time management, and I am actually hiring. I am looking for an assistant. I'm looking for editors for the YouTube videos. So if that is something that you are interested in, drop a comment or send me an email with your resume and portfolio, and we will talk. All right, I will see you in the next video. Stay original.
I heard they checking for me, no one checking on me, so I had to go run up a check. I got the message on me, ain't no flexing on me, my attorney gon' call and collect. Blessings on blessings for me, my successes only made them envious, they got upset. I had to put all their egos in check. I want the money, the power, respect.